present here. Today, we all are here in this meeting to attend a book review session. The first book that we will be covering is The Divine Romance by Paramhans Yoganand, which will be narrated by Siddhi Khodankar. Whereas the second book that today we will be covering will be Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy, and it will be narrated by Rigved Tamevar. Now, starting with our first book, The Divine Romance, here is Siddhi presenting its summary and its gist to you. Siddhi, you may start narrating.
Yes, sure. Am I audible to all?
Yes, yes.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, greetings to all my dear friends present in the meet. I, Siddhi Khodankar, will like to uh, share my thoughts and experience about the book The Divine Romance. Paramhansa Yogananda, the author of this book, the same person who authored Autobiography of a Yogi, a great spiritual classic form which people such as Steve Jobs and Virat Kohli has taken inspiration from. A fact that amused me was the Autobiography of a Yogi was the only audiobook present on Steve Jobs' iPad, and he read it at least twice every year. So, talking about the background of this book, Paramhansaji does not speak from mere theory or theology. His words flow from experience of the love and wisdom of God, providing an inspiration and pragmatic approach that those who have ears to hear may also discover this all fulfilling divine presence in their own lives. In the first content of Cultivating Divine Love, the real meaning of love is explained. Defining love in just words is very difficult for the same reason that words cannot fully describe the flavor of an orange. You have to taste the fruit to know that's its flavor. So, with love, the satisfaction of love is not the feeling itself, but in the joy that feeling brings. Love gives joy. Have you ever imagined why do you love love? We love love because it gives us such intoxicating happiness. So, love is not the ultimate is bliss. Relating above lines with God, God is Sat Chit Ananda, meaning ever existing, ever conscious, and ever new bliss. From the joy we have came. In joy we live and have our own wings, and in that sacred joy we will one day melt again. The same content mentions the universal nature of love, motherly love, conjugal love, and perfect love between soul and spirit. The next content is about a new look at the origin and nature of cosmic creation. Main part that I liked in this was about the limitless power of mind. It was explained by the examples. Jesus could heal the sick, awaken the dead, and turn water into wine. Krishna lifted a whole mountain and suspended it over his devotees to protect them from a destructive storm. These avatars proved that all is mind. They didn't merely imagine this, they knew and could say, I and my Father are the one. And as the Father created all things out of his dream, so can those are out of him. This world was not meant to be a heaven of peace, but a place full of dreams, nightmares, with occasional good dreams, from which would ultimately awaken and return to our mansion in God. By performing meditation techniques, you know how the cords of delusion can be broken. Next, the heading includes practicing religious scientifically, focuses on belief. The first step of success. This mentions few lines from Bible. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That means faith cannot be contradicted. It is intuitive conviction of truth and it cannot be shaken even by contrary evidence. This content also includes self realization techniques that are necessary to experience God. The end result of truth is always good, and mainly the importance to you of others' happiness. That is, during happiness, giving happiness to others is tremendously important to our own happiness and a most satisfying experience. Some people think only of their own family, as four and no more. Others think only of themselves. How am I going to be happy? But lastly, these are the very persons who do not become happy. It is not right to seek personal happiness regardless of others' well being. One subpart in the heading named as "Want Power Leads to Willpower" is also very interesting. It is said that the individuals who live all the time in undisciplined manner is constantly filled with restlessness and worries. But who had learned self-control knows the way to real happiness. The next chapter is about finding the joy in life. In the pursuit of evil or of good, it is happiness you are always seeking for. The former, that is evil, promises happiness and gives sorrow. The latter may seem to be offers sorrow by its requisite of discipline and willpower, but will surely give lasting joy in the end. Next is about fate. What is fate? Whether you do good or evil, you must reap the result of action. So, day by day, we are creating the causes that determine our own fate. This mentions human as the funniest of all God's creature. Perhaps daily at the dinner table we say, I will have a little bit more. Please, after finishing we say, oh, I shouldn't have eaten so much. This is human nature. We call ourselves intelligent, but actually we are slaves of our desires. Because we eat that little bit every day, we suddenly find we have heart trouble or stomach pains. Then sadly we ask, why did this have happened to me? I must have been fated to be sick. But it is not so. We forget about having eaten that little bit more, when we should have used self control and taken a little bit less. All these are concluded in the above chapters, and these also includes many interesting topics about criticism and with all thy getting get understanding, that is seek the help of a spiritual teacher who knows God. Then where are our departed loved ones? This there is a topic where we can find our loved ones by meditation, by techniques of meditation. Then controlling your destiny, that our acts, past and present, forge the chain of our destiny. These are all included in the chapter. Main chapter, magnetism, I found very interesting. The content include every night sit still and ask yourself, what have I done today? This will help you to see clearly how you can use your time more wisely. If you remember just this one key, you will become a different person. As you take control of your life and start doing what you should do, your will power is developing, and so is your magnetism. Our only savior is our power, willpower. Development of the will is the secret of magnetism. When you develop will, no matter how you are pounded down by life, you rise again and say, I am successful, I can win. Then, subtopic under this includes the magnetism of unselfish love. Be willing to help whether you are, that makes you a magnetic person. If you want friends, you must learn to love all unselfishly. To use anyone for selfish ends is wrong. When if your persons love you, but if you can love others without any motive, then you can have divine magnetism. Another subtopic under this content include let God flow through you. That is, let God flow through you continuously. Then wherever you go, you will be a magnet. Even at a distance, you can change an enemy. Just send him your love. It is included under this topic. Another topic which I have discussed was about fate. What is fate? There are beautiful lines in the same context that roast them in the fire of wisdom. The harmful past life seed tendencies must be cauterized from the brain. Then there will be no recurrence of any type of illness or other troubles arising from them. Man suffers because of his errors, and the root cause of errors are ignorance. Next content include riding the consciousness of worry. In this, there is a main focus given on money. Money creates a desire for power, and too often it makes the possessor heartless to the sufferings of others. That is a wrong thing. That money is a boon in the possession of unselfish people, but it is a curse in the hands of the selfish. Then, subtopic under this includes the success or failure is determined in your own mind. This also includes worries. Worry is the brake on the wheels of your effort. It brings you to a dead stop. It is given in the next book. Then be friendly. Have your friendly nature. Be friend to all, even if your love and trust are betrayed by some. Don't worry. Always be yourself. You are what you are. This is the only sincere way to live. Then, to summarize, I'll end it over by may it be a ray of divine light on the spiritual path, bringing inspiration, guidance, and new meaning to life. The greatest romance is with the infinite, say Paramhansaji. You have no idea how beautiful life can be when you suddenly find God everywhere. When He comes and talks to you and guides you, the romance of divine love has begun. Thank you.
Thank you, Siddhi, for your wonderful narration of the book. I think we all got a very good insight about the book and its content. If anyone present in the meet has any doubts regarding the contents of the book, you can ask here now itself. Hello, Siddhi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So I had a doubt regarding where you said in the book it is mentioned about money, where you said that money is a boon when given in the hands of selfless people, whereas it is a bane when given in the hands of selfish people. Can you describe it more so that we get more insight about it?
Yes, it is given in the chapter of riding the consciousness of worry. Uh, if you have no money, you will feel forsaken. The whole world seems to be going backwards. But worry will not provide a solution. Get busy and make this determination. These are also lines of the book contest. Each person who has performed some work, even clearing away weeds, has done something worthwhile on earth. Then the money creates a desire for power, and too often it makes the possessor heartless to the suffering of others. Accumulation of wealth is all right if a wealthy person also has the desire to help others in their needs. Therefore, it is called as money as a boon in the possession of unselfish people, that they will recklessly use the money everywhere where it is not necessary.
Okay, thank
Right.
you.
Do you agree with
Uh,
that?
yes.
Yes.
I request everyone present here so to please ask your doubts regarding the book to Siddhi so that we can move on to our next book review.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Siddhi, as you said, that quote that every night sit still and look into what you have did today. Actually, that is the very best idea, the solution to look into what you have did today. Nowadays, we do a lot in our curriculum and routine, but realization is something which is more important. So are there any different methods matlab, actually living this to know what you have did today or realizing your actions, tracking your actions?
Yes, there are many methods. Actually, I will prefer you to read the chapter once, Magnetism, the Inherent Power of the Soul of the book. This includes a subtopic as don't be a chatterbox, and from those I have picked up those lines that you have said. Every night sit still and ask yourself, what have you done today? That is really good. And for this, you should do meditation. The main purpose of this, of telling all these lines, was to meditate. You can realize God within yourself. And if you have not done, through meditation, you can just see that what negative acts you have done in the whole day. That's very important. Self realization techniques are very important. Then this will help you to see clearly how you can use your time more wisely. Am I
Yeah.
clear?
Yes.
Is your doubt clear?
Yes. Thank you, Siddhi.
Okay.
Hey Siddhi, I just want to know, like the book written by Paramahansa Yogananda ji, he might have talked about the romance, but why divine romance? Like, what's the difference between the divine romance and just a humanly romance or romance itself? Can you please elaborate?
Yes, I have told you about love in his books. That love. Today, what everyone is doing is just finding love physically. The only materialistic love is found everywhere. No, I mean, the love which is needed to be understood by us is not really found in every place. That is, divine love is the real meaning of divine love can be explained as I have told with the example of flavor of an orange. Yes, divine love is something we should relate to God, not to just materialistic things like people romance. I will not go in that part because someone have told me not to mention all those. So I think I may be clear about all which I've read or which I have explained through my ideas about God, which is quite clear about the divine romance. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I should prefer to read the book, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you.
Thank you guys for your wonderful questions. If anyone has any doubt, you can ask, or else we will be proceeding with the next book in about a minute.
Hello, Siddhi. Am I audible?
Hi. Yes. Yes. You are.
Actually, I had a question that how would you incorporate the learnings of this book consequently in your day-to-day life? I mean, how would you get the
And
consistency to continue all the learnings?
actually, I would prefer at least you should read one page, even if you are too busy. I know the world is very busy right now, but still you should prefer to read one page at least in a day or so, because that is very. One page is like in a full day you can just put those actions from that one page in your lifetime. That's really amazing book. I think you should prefer reading this book. That's an amazing one.
No, but I just wanted to know that how would you consistently do the same things that you learned from it?
Consistently, look, no human being is ideal, okay? Practically, it is not possible to do everything. Yes. So you have to just first is energizing the exercises you should after meditation at least give half an hour or so to just recall all those things that you have done yesterday and what you have to do today. Yes, that's a good practice you should do in your daily life.
Okay, thank you.
Hey Siddhi.
Uh, thank you, Siddhi, for your wonderful
Hello,
narration of the
hello.
book. Yes, Kshitij, you may proceed.
Hey Siddhi. Uh,
Yeah, you are audible.
okay. Did you have thoughts about ancient Indian culture after reading that book? And what did you think about that?
Ancient reading culture is a topic in this book, I guess, but I haven't read that till now.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yes. I think it is given in the mystery of Mahatma Gandhi. Religious principles are the foundation of art of living. It is given under all of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you guys for your wonderful questions, as well as thank you, Siddhi, for your good narration of the book. Moving on to the next book. The book is entitled Eat That Frog. The author of the book is Brian Tracy, and it will be narrated by Rigved Tamevar. Rigved, you may start narrating the book now.
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Firstly, Siddhi, really great narration. I really liked it. And what a great questions you have asked. So, firstly, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. It's like, wow, I'm reviewing a book I never imagined, but here I am. So, firstly, thank you to all you guys for your valuable time. I hope I add some value to your life. So recently I have been reading this book which is Steal Like an Artist. So one of the thought I really like, so I'll start from that. It is everything is said, but since people were not listening, everything has to be said again. So we are in this book review session, I guess. Whatever I'm going to talk about, we know somewhere key what are the important things that we have to do about goals, time management, opportunity, and everything. But it has to be said by different peoples in correct times and everything to remind ourselves where we have to go and everything. So talking about this book, Eat That Frog, it is written by Brian Tracy. So Brian Tracy has written many books like Goals, No Excuses, Time Management. He's very famous for this self-help books. So firstly, I'll talk about the four big things that I took from this book is the key to reach high level of productivity is habit to develop the training your task or just taking or just backtracking whatever is happening for your daily life. If we just like there is said कि मेरे को याद नहीं मैं कल क्या खाया and all. So like whatever you are doing daily, if you don't have the tracking of what's happening, what you need to do correctly, it's really wrong because you are not having the progress of what's happening. For to get where you want, the progress and the succession is really important. Second is review your goals. Like I remember when I was child, I was saying I have to be a certain thing, but when I grew up, things changed differently, and now I'm doing engineering, a different thing which I thought. But reviewing our goals is very important. Then think on paper. With this Gen Z and millennial thing, what's happening today, we are just thinking in air mostly. Ki, have to do this, that. We are writing on phone and all, but I really believe ki whatever you want, if you write on paper with whole your heart, whatever feel, it's a really great thing. And this line I really like: your ability to choose between important and unimportant tasks determine your key to success. So if we see around us the people who are successful and the people who are not so successful, the difference are what they give the importance, the priority thing that's happening. So let's talk about the book Eat That Frog. So it's a really great title. So you must be wondering what this frog is. So in this book, frog is the biggest and the most important task that has been talked about. And it's a given that if there is one frog and one ugliest frog, it is said always eat the unugliest frog. That means ki the most difficult task that is of your day, you have to do it firstly because it just boils down very well to your whole progress. So the first, now I'll talk about the 5 points that I like about this book chapter wise. So one of the chapter is about set table. So it's about be prepared. Ki now today is going to be 9. So what I have to do at 9, if I'm prepared at night only, ki what I'll do, it's a very great thing that has been talked about. Even we always think most of the things about what will be the output, but we don't focus on the process. So it is talked about. Even MS Dhoni always talks about what is most important is the process. Result is the byproduct of it. So setting table, being prepared about the process, focusing more on that instead of the result has been talked about here. Second is the 80-20 principle that the Brian Tracy has given. So he has said ki whatever your task is, list it out and just figure out the top 20% of your work should be the work you should give in most priority and do it quickly. So there is some hard things that are happening. There are some easy things that are happening. So Eat That Frog talks about doing the hard things first and then proceed further. Then third thing I really like is about consider the consequences. So long term thinking improve the short term decision. So I remember कि there's a lot of meme and everything that's happening कि 5 साल बाद आप क्या करोगे, and we are making a lot of fun, but actually if we see it's a really valid question and very important कि your steps today will determine who you are in long term, whatever we are, where we are. So it all boils down to which all steps we took, which all decisions we took. So each and everything, the all short things that are happening in our life is the byproduct of what we did, how we think, who we were be. So it's very important. Now, fourth is about practice creative procrastination. So this point I really like. So Brian Tracy talks in his book ki procrastination is something now we just can't just let go of because we are humans. Yeah, come on, we are going to be lazy. We are going to do wrong shit, even knowing that it's not right. So he talks about doing creative procrastination. With that he means the difference between high and low performance is largely dependent by what they choose to procrastinate. Now, creative procrastination means we have many things like watching series and all. So we can just calibrate towards our thoughts ki, okay, which thing should I procrastinate out of those both things so that it has more larger value or something. So mostly it's about prioritizing the procrastination also, which is a really great thought. Now, fifth chapter, which I really liked, and it's put pressure on yourself. So we all know that we are the most best personality or most best version of ourselves during our exams because there's pressure. We are like 1 day before our exam, we are preparing for everything, and just in 1 day, we are taking a lot of score or whatever it is. So you know why we are able to do that really greatly because there is a lot of pressure. कि कल exam है. Just imagine if we do that whole if we do that daily, so the whole thing will be a different thing, right? So to get at maximum potential, be ready to be pressurized by yourself is the one thing that has been highlighted by Brian Tracy. And like humans work better when they are deadline. Like today 8, it's a form where I have to fill about the optional elective, and also many people must be doing it right now because just this deadline. We all know that we have a lot of time, but we always think about deadlines. So if we put pressure on ourselves, ki, okay, I have to do this certain things under certain timeline, it's very helpful. Think that each work that I do, does it get where I want to be myself? Each and every step, what I have to do, does it bring me closer toward my goal? If that kind of orientation we have in our life, it's a very, very easy thing. So this is what is about Eat That Frog. I'm open to questions if anyone asks.
Thank you, Rigved. Thank you, Rigved, for your wonderful narration of the book. It was indeed a very great book, and I think we all are curious to read it. Guys, if you have any questions, you may ask it now. Rigved is free to like answer your all questions.
Hello, Rigved.
Yeah, hello Vikram.
You told about the principle 80-20 and
Yeah.
that creative procrastination. But
Yeah.
how the cover page of the book was
Mhm.
designed, like Eat That Frog. I
Yeah.
just came to know about that.
Okay. So firstly, Eat That Frog is about the frog is the biggest thing that has to do. So 80-20 principle is ki all of the things that, okay, Vikram, today you have the list of things that you have to do. So just make sure ki what are the 20% most important things out of those 100%, like 20% are important and rest are like fine. If I do it tomorrow, it is also fine. So if you just focus on covering on these 20% before, it's a really great thing. And creative procrastination is about ki what you choose to procrastinate. Like you cannot just uh, think ki what should I do and what should I not. But if you chose ki yaar, okay, I'll do this instead of this, so it's very helpful for you where you want to be and everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions, anyone?
Yes.
Hello, Rugved.
Yeah,
Am I audible?
yeah.
I just want to know that how this book changes your life. Did it changes, and if yes, then how? Like how
So
it
one of the
goes
things
to
I really like
inspiration.
is about this old stool technique. No, like writing all the things that you really want. Just try it once. I really recommend you ki whatever you want, not take a diary or something and write down what you want. It's really helpful because it comes from your heart what you want and something. So and this pressure on yourself, I really like this topic. Don't you think? During exam, how productive are we? Can you imagine like whole syllabus we have to cover in 1 day? Just imagine with that kind of productivity, whole day, all the whole year, we are a different human being in itself. So these 2 points I really resonate with myself, and yeah, that kind of changed it.
Okay, and also I had one question like why it's named like Eat That
Eat
Frog?
that
Why so
frog.
frog?
Yeah.
Huh,
So
it's
I
quite
told no. Yeah, it's very interesting. So frog is the most important task of your day. So the writer says which is the most important task. That is a frog. You should do it first. Eat that frog. So do the most important thing first, then the rest of it. That's the whole conversation about it.
okay. And
Yeah.
what do you have thought of where the author, Miss
Hmm.
Brain Trace, would have get the
Yeah.
idea about the title?
Yeah, that's a so Brian Tracy has written, I told you, there's many books. So he's a really well-known guy for this. So Eat That Frog, what a great name he chose. Like if I tell someone Eat That Frog, it brings a curiosity of what kind of book that is. So it's a really great selling thing and the name he chose. And the concept was morely about the most important task has to be given priority, and everything has been written around how to do that and the different ways.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Guys, if you have any other questions, you may ask.
Thank you guys for your valuable time.
Okay, thank you, guys. Concluding our book review session today. Hereafter, today we reviewed two books. The first book was narrated by Siddhi, and the book name was The Divine Romance, written by Paramhansa Yoganandaji. And the second book was Eat That Frog, narrated by Rigved, and the author of the book was Brian Tracy. I think the both books gave us wonderful insights about how we can improve our life as well as become more productive at the same time. Thank you guys for joining this meet and for attending this book review session. I hope you all give these two books a try, and we are expecting that you guys also participate in book review session so that you guys also give your views on various books that you may have read. Thank you. You guys will receive a feedback link about the event. You may fill the feedback in which you can give your honest opinions about how the review sessions was conducted and about how we can improve these sessions. Thank you. Thank you guys for your cooperation. Now you may leave the meet.